In these problems, we are being given the zeros of a function, and we're being told what degree it is. That means what the power of the highest x term is. Uh, and we're being asked to write that function, to come up with what that function is. Although we can leave it in factored form, which is going to be one less step than we might do otherwise. But let's take a step back and think about what all this means. First of all, we're being given zeros of a function. What does that mean? Well, the zeros of a function are where it crosses the x-axis. So these are the x values, what x equals when the function itself equals 0. And when we're trying to find zeros, we usually factor a function and then we set them equal to 0 and then we solve them for x. We're going to do that process backwards here. We're going to say we know that x equals 9, and they say multiplicity 2 here. What that means is that it happens twice that x equals 9. So x equals 9 and x equals 9. And then we've got another 0 of negative 2, so we're going to say x equals negative 2. So those are our zeros. X equals these values where the function is 0. What we want to do is turn these into factors. We're going to do that by setting these equal to 0. The way I would take x equals 9 and set it equal to 0 is I would subtract 9 from both sides. So I would get x minus 9 equals 0. I would also get, for the second one, x minus 9 equals 0. For this one, I'd need to add 2 to both sides, and I would get x plus 2 equals 0. These are our factors. And all we really need to do to write the equation is to put those together. And since it says to leave your answer in factored form, we don't need to multiply them out. So in this case, I would probably take the x, since I got two x minus 9s, I would just call that x minus 9 squared. And then we've got an x plus 2, so times x plus 2. So this would be our function f of x. It equals x minus 9 quantity squared times x plus 2. All right, let's try one more just for practice, and this one will give us a lot of practice. It's a fifth degree equation, so we've got 5 different zeros here. So again, we start by just setting x equal to these numbers. So x equals 2, x equals 4, x equals 8, x equals negative 9, and x equals 0. And then what we want to do is set each of these equal to 0. I'm going to start from the bottom because the first one is set equal to 0, so x is going to be one of our factors. For this next one, I would add 9 to both sides, and I would get x plus 9 equals 0. I'm going to leave off the equals 0 part here. On this one, I'd subtract 8 from both sides, and I would get x minus 8 equals 0. This one, I would subtract 4 from both sides. I'd get x minus 4 equals 0. And this one, I'd get x minus 2 equals 0. So these guys are our factors. So I'm throwing some parentheses around them. And then we just line them up, multiply them together. So x times x plus 9 times x minus 8 times x minus 4 times x minus 2. This is our function f of x. So that is how to write a function in factored form when you're given the zeros and the degree of the function.